I'm Josh Hawley. I work for a public affairs firm called the Podesta Group in Washington, D.C. We're a lobbying operation. We also do public relations and international relations as well. We've been working with SPIE and the Optical Society on an initiative called the National Photonics Initiative for about 4 to 5 years now, advancing optics and photonics in Washington, D.C. We've really been kind of focused on the defense side throughout that time. A lot of that time, we've successfully championed for a manufacturing initiative, AIM Photonics, that's now up in Rochester, that is ongoing. So that was a critical win. And what we were able to do there was we had members of the community who came to Washington, D.C. to lobby on behalf of language in a piece of legislation that then allowed the Department of Defense to then go forward with an IMI, is what we call it, for the photonics community. We just successfully lobbied on behalf of the America Competes bill, which is a competitiveness and innovation measure as well, that helps to ensure innovation can get to the marketplace as well. In addition, we've covered things from small business research to then small business technology as well. Engagement with the federal government is critically important, but not only the federal government, but at the state and local levels as well, because they, one, fund a lot of technology, they fund a lot of operations that help individuals and help companies, but they also provide for those authorities on workforce, so they can help with work to ensure that the community, optics and photonics community, have the people they need to staff their businesses. In addition, research funding, you name it. It's a wide range of things that the federal government covers that would advance optics and photonics. I think to get involved with SPIE, the National Photonics Initiative, I think come to Capitol Hill. We set up, through the National Photonics Initiative, we set up lobbying days on Capitol Hill. We'll have one in April where the community basically will come up to Capitol Hill, and we will train those individuals to go to the Hill to lobby and to be effective advocates on behalf of the industry for optics and photonics. So that's one of the things to do. One of the things as well is to invite members of Congress, senators, locally elected officials into your companies, into your research labs, to show them the great work that the community is doing. That's something where we have done over the last 4 to 5 years with the National Photonics Initiative, is help demystify photonics and help demystify optics to show that it's really an enabler technology for a lot of the innovation that's moving throughout the United States and throughout the world as well. With the election of President Trump, I think there's a lot of unknowns out there. I've just been here at Photonics West to help talk through that new dynamic in Washington, but then also highlight some of the key opportunities that exist as well. I think that's part of this. The new administration is so young, and there's so many unknowns that a lot of people need help focusing on what can be achieved in some of the key areas. We know that tax relief or tax reform is going to be a major initiative this year. We know that in the coming months, between now and April, we'll have to do the budget for FY17. President Trump will also unveil his budget for FY18. We expect a lot of focus on defense, cyber, national security as part of that conversation. In addition, I think you also will see innovation be a key part. It's something that when you look at who's advising the president, ranging from Peter Thiel to then Elon Musk and others, innovation and, more importantly, deregulation to make sure that the federal government can get out of the way of companies to provide bring innovation to the market sooner. I think that's going to be a major push as well over the next few months. I'll also be speaking at the Defense and Commercial Sensing Conference in April. We hope to have a lot more details about what the president, his budget, and particularly where optics and photonics fit into that as we move forward. So over the next, between now and April 29th, which is President Trump's 100-day mark, which is traditionally a marking stick for how a new president's doing, we're going to have a lot of fun updates throughout that process.